School is back in session at Arkansas State University, and ASU-TV should be back in session. We are going through a bit of renovations with our studio, so what you usually see on Red Wolf Roundtable with our set, which is right over there, it's not really happening right now. But I wanted to make sure I got something for you guys, especially with football season right around the corner. Actually starts tomorrow against SEMO, Southeast Missouri, for those of you who don't know. And we've had a lot of excitement surrounding this season. It really seems like the coaches and the players just feel like they're more comfortable. This team is more well-rounded, and it's ready to fight for a championship, especially after last year's disappointment. So I can't really think of a better way to start our show about football than with the head coach, the big guy, Coach Blake Anderson.
Well, game time's almost here. Exciting to get to open up at home, and just the more you pay attention to what's going on down the other end zone, really looking forward to seeing how how that's presented on game day. I think Terry's over about 4 or 5 times a day trying to help things get finished up. But we've had a good camp leading up to this point. Some things to clean up over the next few days. Starting to get guys healthy. We've had a really physical camp, but injury report looked better today than it did yesterday, which is a good sign. Got a chance to be really, really close to 100% come Saturday, and would expect that with all the preseason hype, with all the things going on in the north end zone and chance to open up the season at home, that we would anticipate a great crowd and a great night to start the season off. So that's what we're looking forward to, and right now just watching the clock a little bit.
All right, so there's Coach Blake Anderson on being ready for the season, and while everyone's ready for the season, what kind of has shaken things up a little bit is what you see right over there, the weather. Yes, I did just walk 5 seconds from my blast shot. It doesn't matter. But yes, it is set to rain tomorrow for the opening match against SEMO. And while that really shouldn't have much of an issue, what really has had an issue in the past few seasons is the depth of not water, but our defense. Now, we've had injuries going around, and a lot of times the games you would see Arkansas State involved with, it would be offensive shootouts, and it would be up to A-State's offense to carry the team and score more points than how many other points the other team would score, which, is the objective of football. But when the other team is constantly scoring above 30, it gets a bit tough. But defensive coordinator Coach Cawthon, he's actually feeling more comfortable than he has ever felt at these different positions, such as cornerback, linebacker, safeties. We have so many new players, including freshmen, that are ready and healthy to play. And, well, here's what he has to say about all those guys.
I'm hoping to at least, play 4 guys. And I really think that our 2 freshmen will possibly get some playing time as well. We've been pretty fortunate. We haven't had major injuries at the corner position here in the last couple of years. But at the same time, and I say we were fortunate because we just didn't have much depth there. But now we're deeper at corner than we've ever been. We're deeper at safety than we've ever been. We're just young at the position. That's all. So at least now we have scholarship guys that are there and guys with talent. We just got to make sure that we teach them what to do. So, I feel a lot better sitting here today than I did this time last year about the corner position and safety position.
So that was Coach Cawthon on the state of our defense. And right now, we are in ASU-TV's control room. And one thing that our quarterback, Justice Hanson, really won't have to worry about this year, hopefully, is not having to control the offense on himself. Because the past couple of years, we've seen he's had to carry the offense. He has been the pinnacle of our offensive production. But this year, according to our offensive coordinator, Buster Faulkner, we have 4 guys that are going to be running the ball this year, 4 guys carrying the ball, which means that's going to take a huge load off of Justice Hanson and make our offense 3-dimensional. So I said earlier, now our defense should be more well-rounded, and the teams we play won't score as many points, but we might score as many points as ever. So here is offensive coordinator Faulkner on those guys.
Jamal Jones, Marcel Murray, Warren Wan, and Armand Wayway would be the 4 guys that, we'd like to see carry the football. And, obviously depends how the game's going, whether we get to that 4th guy or not. And but we have confidence in all of them. They've all had really good camps, and, You've seen Marcel really take on another, kind of take a next step as a freshman. He's a guy that, we want to see what he can do in game time situation. We think we know, but you never know until you get him out there in front of the lights.
All right, so that was Coach Faulkner on the four guys that are going to be taking a load of pressure off Justice Hanson this upcoming year. And speaking of Hanson, I was able to catch up with him after Wednesday's practice. And I talked to him about, it's his last year on the team. He's had a very long story. We talk about it a little bit with his YouTube video of his just story from junior college. He started in Oklahoma, didn't work out there, went to junior college, had to scrape by, and then finally came to A-State to be our starter quarterback and lead us to championships, bowl wins, so much. So since it's his last year, I talked to him about, his NFL draft stock. He's on the list again. Will he actually be drafted? And how much does a championship mean to him now that it's his last year?
The better the run game is, the better the pass game is. And also, if teams know you can throw it through the air, it opens up the run game. So works both ways.
All right. And so this is, like I said, this is his final year. How much of an individual effort are you putting? Because last year we talked about the NFL draft. You're on the list. You still are on the list. How is that? Is the pressure the highest it's ever been, or are you just approaching it the same way?
First and foremost, I love college football.
Yeah.
And this is my last year to play it. So I'm just trying to be as consistent as I can throughout the season, just to give our team the best chance to win.
All right. Last question. With this new Sun Belt kind of division split going on, a lot of people would say Arkansas State has the easier side of the conference. So that being said, how important is it to just compensate for last year and to get a championship to run on out, hopefully to the NFL?
Yeah, not winning it last year, it just pushes us harder this year. And as far as sides of the conference go, teams change every year. Some teams get better, some teams get worse. So it's going to be a matter of time throughout the season to really see how the Sun Belt shapes out.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say? This is probably the last time I'm going to be interviewing you. So how has your experience been at A-State? And, I saw your YouTube video. You had a really great story. Yeah. So is this everything you could have wanted for ending it here and then hopefully, like I said, going into professional football?
Definitely. I think, starting out at the University of Oklahoma, going junior college, and finally making it back again to another Division I has been everything for me. Coach A's been great. Everybody's been here has been great to me. And, YouTube is cool. Yeah. Still trying to make videos. My next video, by the way, I caught a bat in my cellar when I was doing laundry. Okay. And so that's going to be my next video. So check it out, Justice Hanson TV.
So that was Justice Hanson, and on his YouTube channel too. Yeah, give it a look, Justice Hanson TV. His video, I believe he uploaded back in January of his story, like I mentioned before. It's really interesting, really cool guy. He has a really cool history to him. That's all we have for this episode. We got the three coaches, we got Justice Hanson, and I think we're more than ready for the football season. I hope you guys have learned something and took something from this episode. If you don't know when the game is, it's Saturday, September 1st at 6 p.m. Central at Centennial Bank Stadium. Now, a little aside, talking about the direction of ASU-TV in specifically Red Wolf Roundtable, or a sports show. Like I said, we've had a lot of renovations, a lot of stuff moving around, so we haven't really been able to get everything put together. But for the direction, what you can expect. So our first game day edition will be on our conference opener. So you look for that. We should be ready for that. We should have our crew, our equipment, and we should be there at the football complex swimming there. As for studio, not a set date. I'm looking for mid to late September, though. These aren't locked in. This is all speculation, but I'm pretty confident about it. So like I said, I hope everyone enjoyed watching. Thank you for sticking with us this long. And until next time, so long and enjoy the season.